Hi students, this is Mrs. Foy, and this is a quick little video to get you started on the mitosis microscope slide activity. So you will need your iPads for this assignment because you're going to be making some sketches. The first thing you need to do is just review good microscope technique, which I know you know how to do. Remember that you're going to focus on the lowest power objective first and get that nice and clear. And then you rotate the objective to the medium power, get that nice and clear using your coarse and fine adjustment carefully. For this particular lab, I don't think you're going to need the high power. You might, but be careful when you go to high power objective. Remember that you're just going to use the fine adjustment and not the coarse adjustment because it's just not quite enough room. You will not be using the oil objective for this lab. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to just review and be able to identify the phases of mitosis. So remember in 9th grade you learned IP-MAT. So I stands for interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, IP-MAT. And in our classroom, at the back of the classroom, there is a shelf of the last edition of the AP Bio book. Go ahead and grab a copy of that in chapter 12. And you will see there's a full double-page spread that shows you the different stages of mitosis, and that would be really good to get started on to review a little bit, okay? So I've got a picture for you here. And the prepared slides that we're going to use are onion root or allium root mitosis slides. So the roots of an onion go through mitosis very quickly, and so they have been prepared for you by a company that stains them and preps them just so. In a very short period of time, we're going to be making our own mitosis slides, which will be really fun to see how you do with that. But this is what it should look like. And remember, interphase is when the cell is doing its normal things. It's not dividing, okay? And so here I see interphase cells that I can see a very defined nucleus, and I can see a nucleolus inside the nucleus, right? So I can tell these are plant cells because I can see the cell wall. When the cell starts to go through mitosis, it's going to go through prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase, the PMAT part, all right? And so I can see in prophase, what starts to happen is the nuclear membrane starts to dissolve and the chromosomes start to coil up. And so I can see chromosomes coiling up here and here. And so I know the cell is getting ready to start dividing. So interphase is the quote unquote normal looking cell. It's not getting ready to divide. In prophase, it's starting to get ready. So the nuclear membrane disappears and you can start to see the nucleolus disappears and you can start to see the chromosomes. Now, one thing you might notice is you might say, well, Mrs. Foy, look at all these cells right here that don't even have any nucleus in them. And that's just because when the technician made the slice through the onion root, they didn't happen to catch, they didn't slice the nucleus in that particular slice that they took of the tissue. So it'd be kind of like cutting an apple and not getting the core. You know, it's possible to make a slice of an apple and not get the core. So that's what those are. Okay, so that's prophase. Metaphase is the next phase, and metaphase is very easy to see because the chromosomes are lined up on an imaginary line. They look like they're kind of clumped together right in the center of the cell. Super easy to see. So metaphase, metaphase, here's a metaphase, here's a metaphase, here's a metaphase, here's a metaphase. Okay, so they're very they're lined up. Very easy to see that one. Anaphase, they're starting to pull apart. And so here is a really good anaphase slide. Here is also an anaphase. So those are good examples. And then the last phase is called telophase. And in telophase, the chromosomes are moving apart to the opposite poles of the cell, and you can see the two clumps. The next thing that happens is the actual cell splits, and that's called cytokinesis. But here is a telophase cell right here. And so here, this cell right here, you can see that is actually a little bit later. That's actually cytokinesis is happening. Do you see that? And so the two, this is a little later telophase, and I can see that the chromosome clumps have gone to each pole, and I can see the beginning of a new cell wall being laid down there. Okay, so those are pictures to remind you of plant cell mitosis, which is really easy compared to animal. Okay, so make sure you use your textbook, and I want you to make some sketches of each phase based on what you see under the microscope. Okay, because you're going to need practice for that. All right, and everybody should have their own microscope for this. Make your sketches there. So then there should also be in the lab prepared slides of fish blastula cells. So these are very early in a fish embryo's development. And these are animal cells, of course, and they look really different. They're a lot harder than the plant cells, and the animal cells as I said, are more of a challenge. So here is a picture of one fish in metaphase, all right? One fish cell in metaphase. So first thing you notice is there's no cell wall. And the second thing that you notice is that the animal cells have these really pretty things called asters. An aster is a type of flower that has kind of spiky leaves, and so when somebody looked at this under the microscope, they must have been a flower lover because they thought that this looked like an aster. But what this is they're actually a pattern of spindle fibers that are forming on either side of what we call the spindle fibers that are pulling the chromosomes apart. So they look like little flowers. But they're microtubules, they're the spindle fibers that pull the chromosomes apart. And orient yourself, because the thing that's going to be the darkest stained is the chromosome itself. I can tell this is metaphase because the chromosomes are lined up on the kind of imaginary equator of the cell. So here are some pictures of mitosis in animal cells. So I can tell this cell, here's one cell here and one cell here. This cell is in interphase. How do I know that? Because I can see the nucleus that's very well defined. Here's another nucleus right here. And I don't see the chromosomes, okay? So most of the time the chromosomes are invisible. Here is a cell that is in prophase. Now look at those asters, right? So that's not what's happening with the chromosomes, but those are just the spindle fibers that form that pretty pattern. Here I see the nuclear membrane disappearing and the chromosomes are now visible. They've coiled up, right? So that's prophase. Here's metaphase because the chromosomes, the dark purple things, are all lined up on the imaginary equator. There's my asters, but there's my spindle fibers that are pulling, and the nucleus is nowhere to be found. Here's anaphase. It's very early anaphase because the chromosomes are just starting to separate into two different sides. So I would call that very early anaphase. Here is telophase, early telophase. They're starting to be pulled apart. And then here is late telophase. I would actually say this is early cytokinesis because that's where the cell, cytokinesis is where the cell actually divides. And so the chromosomes are actually back in their opposite sides. This is two new cells that have just formed right here. So what I'd like you to do with your iPads is to make sketches of interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase in animal cells here, all right? And at this point now, we're going to go back to the prepared onion root slides, and you're going to do an activity where you're going to count with a partner at least 250 different plant onion cells, okay? So this part of the sketches should not take you that long. I'm thinking half an hour max. The rest of the time of your double lab period, you're going to be working on this activity. So what you're going to do with your lab partner is you're going to, one person is going to record and one person is going to look underneath the, just the onion root cells, and you're going to move the cell around until you count at least 250 different cells. I'd like you to switch halfway through so that you can all get practice looking at the cells and identifying them. So it doesn't matter if you count a little bit more than 250, it'll actually be more accurate if you do that. So what you're going to do is one person is looking through the microscope and you're just calling out what you see. Metaphase, anaphase, metaphase, interphase, and you just kind of say what you see. You're moving the field around and the other person is recording. So you're going to record your data here. How many you see in each of these phases, and then the total cells that were counted by your group. So remember, this should be at least 250. It might be a little bit more. That would be better if you could do that. And then you're going to calculate the percent of cells that you counted in each of those fields. So you just take the percent, or you take the number that you saw in that particular phase, in this case interphase, and divide it by the total cells counted in your group times 100. Okay, so you should get some percentages there. Then I want you to compare what you and your partner did with the expected values of the number of cells that you should see in interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Okay, and so then you're going to practice a chi-square analysis for me, all right? So we're going to review that, and you're going to do that. So I need to know your null hypothesis, and then you're going to calculate chi-square. So your observed percentages are going to be calculated here. Your expected, you're going to use the values that I gave you here in red, all right? And so then you're going to, here's your equation, your chi-square equation, and you should be able to calculate, you should be able to know how many degrees of freedom. Remember, it's going to be the number of categories minus 1. And then let's go ahead and use a P number at the 0.05 level, okay? And so you can tell me then if it's significant or not. I need to see your work here, so you can just do this on your iPad and your calculator and use that. And then you can just answer this question about what can you conclude from your chi-square analysis, and what does this tell you about your skills in identifying different phases of mitosis, okay? So the lab, you need to finish at least this table during class. If you don't get to the chi-square calculations, you can do that outside of class. So I'm excited for you to get some practice with the microscope, and I hope you have a great day in lab.